Hello, my people. Good day to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for tuning in every single day to listen to me on Daily Mind Shift. My name is Michael Ojuola. And on today's episode, I just want you to ask yourself, all right? I want you to ask yourself a question. Let me anchor today's episode on this statement. Ask yourself this today. What would my relationships be like if I looked for who people are becoming rather than who they are? Ask yourself today, what would my relationships be like if I looked for who people are becoming rather than who they are? I want you to take a pause and ask yourself right now. That is today's mindset shift. See, too often we trap people in a moment. We judge them by a snapshot and forget that life is not a photo. It is a film. It is a rolling, developing, unpredictable movie. And even more than that, it is a documentary of growth, failure, rebound, uncertainty, heartbreak, betrayal, learning, pain, and above all, becoming. But you know what we do? We pause that documentary at the part we did not like and define them forever based on that one sin, one bad day, one misjudged comment, one poor decision, one season of struggle, one awkward interaction, and boom, we stamp them into with a label. He's unreliable. He's arrogant. She's awkward. She's not serious. They are damaged. But if you judged a caterpillar mid-crawl, you will miss the butterfly. If you judged a seed while it was on the ground, you will never guess the fruit that is coming. If you assessed a human being by the broken chapter they are in, you would never imagine the healing arc they are growing toward. Do you understand me? Let me tell you this. Everyone is under construction, including you. Every single one is under construction. People are not static, they are dynamic. All right, let me ask you this. What if someone judged you based only on your lowest moments? Believe me, I've been judged like that, and I've judged people too. So we are not here trading blames or trying to play blame game, all right? We are here to be better, to grow. What if someone decided your value based on who you used to be 5 years ago, 5 months ago, or even 5 minutes ago? See, we all want grace for our progress, but we often struggle to give others the same thing. It is like we expect people to offer us space to grow, but then we hold them hostage in a prison of our past perceptions of them. It is unfair. You know it is not fair. It is limiting, and more importantly, it is anti-growth. Let me drop this on you. You cannot develop deep relationships if your expectations are shallow. Let me repeat that. You cannot foster deep relationships if your expectations are shallow. When you choose to only deal with people as they are instead of seeing who they are growing into, you cut off connection at the root. You say to yourself or to them that they are not worth it. But what if they are on their way to becoming someone worth more than even they can imagine? When you only value people for what they currently bring to you, you miss the richness of who they are slowly becoming. See, here's a mind shift for your relationships today. Start looking at people through a becoming lens. All right, start looking at people through a becoming lens. Don't just see what is visible. See what is possible. Look beyond what they are doing right now and start asking, what potential are they quietly cultivating? What lesson are they learning under the surface? What pain is refining their character? What strength is forming in silence? What vision is waiting to be born? See, the becoming lens trains you to focus on trajectory, not just position, because growth is not about where someone stands in the moment now. It is about the direction they are walking in. Let me say this clearly. if you start seeing people not for who they are, but for who they are fighting to become, you will have deeper relationships, stronger partnerships, and a heart that is more aligned with grace than judgment. Why does this matter to your mindset? See, when you refuse to see who someone is becoming, you miss out on giving support at the most crucial stage. You lose the chance to build long-term trust. You choose frustration over empathy. You short-circuit relationships that could blossom with time. On the flip side, when you do see someone's becoming, you speak life into their process. You hold space for their messiness and still see meaning. You help stabilize their identity with your belief. And this is big. You allow your heart, your own heart, to expand. Because here is the secret. The more grace you give to other people, the more peace you give yourself. The more grace you extend to other people, I see what you did there. The more grace you extend to other people, the more peace you give yourself. See, you need to take a pause for a while. Do you remember a time when you were rough on the edges, you were rough around the edges, a time when you did not know better, a time when you were messy, you are moody, you are inconsistent, you're totally lost? Someone, maybe not many people, but someone saw something in you that was not fully formed yet. Someone bet on your becoming. Someone believed there was more to you than what they were seeing at the moment. Maybe they said it with words, maybe they said it with patience, maybe they didn't walk away when you gave them every reason to, but they stayed long enough to see the better version of yourself unfold. That is powerful. That is sacred. And now it is your turn to do the same for people. It is your turn to pass it on. You are being invited to become that person for someone else. All right. You are being asked today to see the seed even when there is no tree yet. I don't want you to mistake potential for perfection. Do not mistake potential for perfection. Let me tell you this. Let me just clarify this. Seeing who people are becoming is not the same as denying who they are now. All right. This is not about tolerating abuse. This is not about staying in toxic spaces. This is not about pretending red flags are red roses. This is not about keeping people in your life at the cost of your peace. Let's be clear. You can love someone's potential and still protect your peace. You can believe in who someone is becoming and still set boundaries around how they treat you today. All right. Seeing who someone is becoming means you choose to believe in growth without demanding perfection. It means you're saying, I know you're not there yet, but I believe you could be there. It is about offering belief without becoming blind. Do you understand? Do not be blind. See, relationships are gardens. They are not snapshots. Think of every relationship in your life as a garden. Some days the soil is dry. Some days nothing is blooming. Some days the weeds grow faster than the flowers. But if you keep showing up every day, if you keep watering, tending, nurturing, weeding, something beautiful eventually grows. See, don't expect every relationship to start off in full bloom. All right? Most of them don't. Friendship, partnerships, mentorships, they all begin with a seed. And those seeds don't scream, I'm beautiful, when you first plant them. No, sometimes the best people in your life are still underground. Listen to that. Sometimes the best people in your life are still underground. That is why you have to see beneath the surface. That is why you have to value who people are becoming. Don't assume the old version of them is the final edition. Are you the kind of person who makes others feel safe to grow? Do you allow room for someone to be messy while they are figuring things out? Do you offer support or do you offer judgment? Do you reflect back what is wrong with them or do you reflect what is possible in them? Let's be honest. It is easy to criticize what is incomplete. Oh, believe me, I do that a lot, but I'm becoming better. But what it takes to love to stand beside it while it matures. But it takes love, rather, to stand beside it while it matures. Be someone who can hold space for potential. Be someone who waters instead of withers. Be someone who invests early and believes deeply. That is the kind of person people remember forever. When you start seeing someone who people are becoming, you too, you start becoming. And that is